All right. What's up, guys? Welcome. Today, going to be showing you a little juice recipe. I just finished up my 30-day fruit and vegetable cleanse, which if you've been following these videos, you know that I've been on a 30-day fruit and veggie cleanse where I couldn't eat anything else, or I didn't want to eat anything else other than fruits and veggies, and that was it. And so, to be honest, it 10x'd my expectations. It blew them out the water. Just to give you a little recap, I went through a really intense detoxification phase, and it was really wild because a lot of the stuff I was eating is well known for being a liver detoxifier. And I was looking up because I started to get this really bad pain in the upper right quadrant of my back. And I looked it up, and apparently in Chinese medicine, having pain in the upper right quadrant of your back is a sign of liver detox. I abused my liver for years with unhealthy eating, drinking, the whole nine, right? And so doing this detox, I felt my liver cleansing. Like, I literally felt it, and it was amazing. It was incredible. But I keep saying it, but the biggest thing I noticed was my sleep, man. My sleep was off the charts. It was like the second I put my head down to go to bed, it was like, snap, I'm out. And I had several nights where I woke up in the same position that I went to bed in. I mean, it was that intense. Or I should say that blissful of a sleep. And so about a week into the detox, to the cleanse, I rediscovered my love for juicing. And if you follow me on Instagram, which is just the same thing as here on YouTube at Jess Guidros, you'll see that I've been doing 2 juices a day for pretty much now almost the past month. And I've been experimenting with different juice recipes, and I've gotten a lot of my ideas from Fully Raw Christina and from the Life Regenerator, Dan McDonald. Mostly Dan McDonald, because he goes into really big detail about liver detoxifiers and just kidney cleansers and blood alkalizers and, you know, the whole nine, right? Everything that you need to know for cleansing and healthy living. And so I wanted to show you one of my favorite juices that I've sort of that I've picked up along the way. I've sort of experimented with different things, and this is like my go-to refresher. And I wanted to show you what goes into it so that you could sort of take a little peek here if you want to try it out for yourself. So you'll see first we have some kale. I got from the farmer's market a few days back. We've got these huge, you can't tell, but like, look at this. This is gnarly, right? So we've got these huge cucumbers. So about 1.5. If your cucumbers are a little smaller, maybe 2. That is talk about a hydrating for your skin, hydrating for your body, and cleansing for your kidneys. That's where you got the cucumber. Something new I've been experimenting with is mint. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Even with mint, love mint. Love me some mint. Some more kale here. One of the biggest, most natural liver detoxifiers in the world, which you saw in the last video, I talk about it a lot, but that is dandelion. Dandelion root here, amazing. We've got parsley, once again from the farmer's market, so we know it's fresh. A big old honker, as you can see, maybe 3 inches of ginger. We have the very, very large lemons. So 1 whole lemon, if they're a little smaller, I might just use half. And a thumb, maybe a thumb and a half of turmeric. And last, but certainly not least, the habanero pepper. This is very good for your blood, cleansing the blood, the liver, and it's even a tone, like a tonifier for your skin. So it helps give you a good complexion and sort of give you that glowing tan look. The habanero, this is one of the hottest peppers here in America. So you'll see it's not very big. But yeah, I will juice it. Definitely adds some spice to it. So I'm going to combine all these, give it a little taste. So give me a minute here while I flip on the juicer and get my juice on. Got to plug it in though. Got to plug it in. Got it. Got it. All right, here we go. Kale, you can just smell it. Cucumber, boom. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Love it. Right, ginger. Woo. Mint. Turmeric. And that's it. So you'll notice we still have a little bit left over here. That's because I'm going to save some for Nicole when she gets home. I know she'll be mad if I take up all the ingredients, but I wanted to share that with you guys. So if you're interested in trying it out, give me a shout out in the comments. Let me know how it goes for you. But yeah, so I am going to give this bad boy a little stir and a little test. See how this came out. So let's see here. All right. Oh, man, that is good. It has a very refreshing taste to it. Very refreshing. I know a lot of that is the cucumber and the parsley and the mint mixture. And the lemon really takes away a lot of the bitter. So that's actually really good. You guys got to give this a try. Let me know what you think. But one of my favorite things that I've really started to enjoy about juicing, I think the reason why I've gotten so into it as of recent, is really that juicing is a way to really make up for the lack of mineral and vitamins and micronutrients that we get in our daily diet. What I mean by that is our soil these days is so depleted that we are getting an eighth of the nutrition that we used to get 50, 60, 70, 80, 100, 1,000, 10,000 years ago. We're getting literally a fraction of the nutrition because the soil is so depleted. And if your soil is depleted, the food that you're eating, the fruits and the vegetables are going to be depleted. Even the herbs and the spices are depleted. So a lot of people are saying, yeah, but I eat a salad every day and a smoothie every day and lots of fruits and veggies. And that is so good and that's amazing. You're light years ahead of most people. But what's happening is if you're only getting, let's say, an eighth of the nutrition that we were getting 60 years ago, And you know, if you're eating the same as you were there then as you are now, the same exact thing, we're getting an eighth of the nutrition. So that being said, juicing makes up for the lack, because you can take things like an entire bunch of mint, an entire bunch of kale, of dandelion, of spinach, of carrots. You know, you could literally juice 16 carrots and just drink carrot juice, and that would probably be the equivalent of 50 years ago maybe eating 4 carrots, right? So the idea is that we are making up for our lack of nutrient density in our diet that we eat and that we make smoothies with, and that we are lacking by juicing. And so that's why we can also throw in the wild foods, and we can throw in the wild herbs and the spices to sort of really get into the organs and detoxify and cleanse and replenish and alkalize and clean out a lot of the old toxins and unneeded waste that we have laying in our intestinal tracts and our colons, that we can cleanse these things out, alkalize the body, replenish it with all the minerals. And minerals, that's a big thing that we don't talk about, right? We're always talking about like the protein, the fat, the carbs. We're always talking about these things, but we're not talking about the mineral content that we're getting. And that is why the juicing is so clutch. So if you don't have a juicer, get one. It is worth the investment. This, I think, was $250. And I understand, right? You're like, Jess, that's a lot of money, but it's your health. Like, of all things in the world that you're going to pay for, of anything you could possibly invest in, think about it. You'll spend $250 easily on rent, on a new bed, on a new window, you know, on a new door. You know, you drop the money like this, but then the second that it comes down to like you know, your health, something that's going to literally change your life, you start implementing 1 or 2 juices a day. Watch your entire life transform. And it's guaranteed. You might go through a bit of a detox phase where you're a little bit foggy, you're getting body aches and pains, or you know, whatever, right? Upset stomach, a lot of bloating and gas. That's all normal. And all that is, I had a friend of mine, she broke it down to me. She's a nutritionist, and she broke it down to me that when the body is cleansing, those noises that you hear, that bloating, the gas, the stomach that seems like it's upset, is actually not upset at all. It's very happy. Because a lot of what we're hearing is food and gas moving through the intestinal tract and through the colon. And we're actually hearing this food being scraped out of our intestines, that it oftentimes has been sitting there for weeks, months, in some cases years. So the idea of implementing these juices that are going to cleanse you out, they're going to clean you out, they're going to alkalize and replenish, is worth a $250, a $350. It's worth it. If these were $1,000, I would tell everyone to get one. Save your money. More important than almost anything you can get. I'm saving my money right now currently to get a Green Star juicer that juices way slower. It's a cold pressed juicer, and it's just, you get more juice out of what you're juicing in a more, I don't know what word to use, just in a better way. It's just better. It's more efficient. It takes a longer, but it's better, higher quality juice. So this is great though. This is great for starters. This is a Breville. This is the same juicer that they use in Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. That's actually what made us go out and get this. We watched Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, went out and got a juicer, and boom, been a game changer ever since. So because we are lacking in all of these nutrients that we're not getting from our food, it is a must that you juice. Even, guys, I'm telling you, like, I'm just thinking, like, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, okay, at all, by any means. That's actually the last thing I want to do. But of everyone I know in my life, like in my immediate circle, I'm one of the healthiest eaters I know of, right? Like, I have friends that are nutritionists and that are you know, like dealing with different diseases and sicknesses that eat just as clean, if not cleaner than me. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the majority of the people I'm around on a daily basis, my macronutrient breakdown, like I eat tons of fruit for breakfast. I'm having a big, huge green, just kale, spinach packed smoothie for lunch, and pretty much the majority of my diet, 90% of my diet is fruits and veggies. So it's like, I know that I'm eating really healthy, but I also know that when I'm juicing on top of that, my diet is the way that I feel, the mental clarity, even like the eye, like my eye color. Like, I've noticed that my eye color will even get blue. Like, my eyes get even more blue. You probably can't see, that's kind of like looking into your eyes right now, but like my eyes get bluer, my skin clears up, my skin feels better, like it looks more, I look more hydrated, like my bowel movements are better, my mood is better, my energy is better. I don't do this throughout the day from my eating and from crashing and whatnot. You know, I feel just I just feel awesome. So this isn't a plug for juicing because I have no skin in the game. And I have nothing to gain from this other than your health. And that's why I'm here. That's why this channel was created, was to just help inform things. I'm my own guinea pig. I'm over here constantly experimenting. And if you've been following me, you know that literally just a year ago I was preaching the paleo diet. And that got me nowhere. It got me constipated and it got me unhealthy with like it was not the business where I was at. I'm not ready to share about it yet, but the paleo diet got me nowhere, got me sick essentially. And then I discovered veganism. I discovered the plant-based diet, and it's not even like, I don't see how it could be physically possible to ever change this. It's transformed my entire being. It's transformed the way that I show up in the world, the way that I view the world. It's like filled my heart full of compassion for animals, full of compassion for people, full of compassion for myself on this journey that I'm on. And it's just opened my eyes. And you guys, we've all experienced something like this when we've, you know, maybe you've made a change and you lost weight and you just felt like a rebirth, or maybe you left a job that was toxic and you went and found a new job that you enjoyed, or maybe you left a relationship that was toxic and you found a new one that you loved and you felt how it feels to be loved, like really loved for the first time. That is a very similar example to how I feel finding the plant-based diet. It's become my life mission. It's literally my life mission. I teach it to my students. We practice it here at home. My son's a vegetarian. We have a really, really, really freaking radical announcement that I'm going to be announcing next week or the week after, that you have to stay tuned for. I literally can't wait to bring this to you. But once again, it all goes along the lines of the plant-based movement. And it's a movement, guys. This movement is so real. There's a reason why people are so curious. People are waking up to what is going on in the world. We're seeing the climate change. We're seeing the animal cruelty firsthand. We're seeing it on video for the first time in a way that we've never seen it because of avenues like YouTube and Instagram and Snapchat. We're seeing these things happening. We're seeing heart disease at an all-time high. We're seeing cancer rates at an all-time high. We're seeing diabetes rates shoot through the roof. And that's because the diet, the way that we have been living, the way that we have been harvesting animals, animal agriculture in general, we are seeing where that has gotten us. It has gotten us to become the most sick nation in the world, and we are spreading that to other countries and literally watching their health get destroyed as well. And people are finally waking up, and that's why this is a movement. It is a movement taking our power back. It is literally not only taking our power back, but it's putting our power back in the hands of the people, so that the government that's got all these regulations and constantly brainwashing us on the news with, you know, food propaganda and commercials on TV and pharmaceutical advertisements. We're learning, we're waking up, we're screening the content. We're turning off the news, right? We're not watching TV. We're canceling our cable, which we did a while back. We're only watching things that we want to watch. We are literally we are following people on Instagram and on YouTube. We're following people who inspire us. We are watching people contribute to the movement and protest and take stands on all areas. And guys, the movement is so fucking real, and it's beyond just a plant-based movement now. And you'll notice this. You're seeing this in vaccines. You're seeing this with gun control. You're seeing this with all these with even women's rights, which is incredible. You're seeing all these things. This huge paradigm shift. Call it a millennial movement, call it whatever you want to call it. It's bigger than that, and the movement is real. And either you're a part of it and you're fighting to bring about change on a very small scale, maybe like something I'm doing with my Instagram, my YouTube page, or maybe it's on a much bigger scale and you're doing this epic shit like Peter Kelly or Mackenzie and Michael doing all these cool things with cacao and with the earth is hiring and doing all and creating the terminology like the new way and doing all this epic shit that is literally bringing about changes and that is going to bring real change, so that my kids, so my son Caleb, my little baby girl Ellie, and your kids don't have to grow up in a world that we grew up with, where it's diabetes 1 in every 8 people, and cancer is 1 in every 4, and heart disease is 1 in every 2 people is going to die of heart disease. That's fucking insane when it's preventable, it's reversible. And you want to know how? Get back to your roots, literally. Get back to this. You want to reverse these diseases, prevent these diseases, you want to look younger, feel better, have more energy, then get back to the fruit, man. Get back to the veggies. Eat some mint. So guys, I want to touch base with you. Got a lot on a little rant there. I tend to do that, but get your juice on. If you don't have a juicer, get a juicer. Get a Breville. It's a great starter juicer. And, you know, start juicing. Try out this recipe. Let me know what you think. Share it with your friends, family. Like, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. I love you guys. Peace, love, and light. Let me cheers you. Cheers. Love you guys.